Dear friends, good morning. I, Jaswant Singh Kelasia, welcomes you in our YouTube channel, Parat Germinates the Democracy. Today, we are discussing about the history of the democracy. For this, we have prepared a write-off for this, and we have divided this write-off in two parts. In these episodes, we are discussing the first part of the history of the democracy. Our views are very technical in nature, so we directly read our views like this. During initial phases of development of human civilization, when the human beings was living in very small tribal groups, each groups were associated very well to each other, and these groups were called as tribal groups. In these tribal groups, a stage of primitive democracy was existed. Some scholars terms this as tribalism. In this system of tribal groups, they conduct their social, economical and legal activities according to the unanimous and or majority consensus decisions. If any disputes occurs, then a open meetings was conducted for settlement of the disputes. These open meetings was traditionally called as panchayat. These panchayat were the parliament and or like a court. In these panchayat, justice and the settlements were delivered. The same system is still also visible in present days amongst the tribal communities, scheduled tribes. But when these villages gradually converted into towns, cities and metropolitans become because of scientific inventions, socio-economical, political, religio-cultural changes, and the human civilization become complicated and multidimensional, then this tribalism appeared as insufficient, unnecessary, and ultimately vanished off. Not even this, it has been considered as negative one. For this, as classical example, we see as Khap Panchayats in Haryana states and other adjoining regions. In India, during Buddha's era, 6 BC to 4th BC, the government and the administrative system were conducted through domestic principles. We have got ample evidences in this regards. The empires of the Buddha emperor composed of several sanghas. Under these sanghas, there were several ganas. These were called as ganarajyas, means state unit governed by ganas, that is people, or government of the people public. During this era, for conducting all governmental administrative activities, the opinion of common man and reputed persons were taken into account and considered well, and decisions were made on the basis of majority. The emperor also made a co-party to all the heads of concerned sanghas and ganas while taking any decision, etc. Manifestation and establishment of modern democracy began from 1707 AD, when under the Acts of Union 1707, England state and Scotland state merged and become as Great Britain. Then first Parliament of Great Britain established. But in context to the common man, public first link in this chain in establishing practical democracy is believed to be the French Revolution. Amongst so many reasons for this revolution, the main and important reason were that in all the states affairs of governments, in all the state affairs of governance and administration, so also for the king itself, influence of theocrats, authorities of the church has been increased tremendously due to excessive of theocracy, theomania, superstitions, hypocrisy, ritualism. The common men were in very difficulties. The atrocities of the king, partialities, and burden of taxes were amounted to unbearable. Ungovernance was also much increased, so that the king itself was not in a position to perform some good things. On the date 24 February 1789, the representatives of the subjects of the France state organized a public meeting. The representatives of the subjects called this meeting not as meeting of the subjects but terms as National Assembly. This National Assembly vigorously and effectively opposed and boycotted the theocratic statehood and refused to accept the principal concepts of that all the creation is the property of God. In this property, human is also included. The king is the form representative of the God. Hence, all the powers and rights are divine rights of the king. Therefore, all the creations is under the governance of God. That is, the king and the creation, including human, is under the lordship of the king. The human beings are the subject of the king. Note well that in those days, subject means slave. The justice, the order, the directions given by the king is according to the will of God, hence ought to be obeyed. Therefore, the National Assembly of the France rejected completely to this concept of the king and the subjects and openly promulgated the death sentence to the king and the queen of the France. Due to this promulgation of sentence of death to the royal family by the subjects created anarchy and Hitler all over the France. Not only this, the common men of the France were too much frustrated and they mass murdered of elite classes of the France. Those elite classes remained alive, they ran away out of the France. The properties of the landlords been confiscated. The ill effect of this anarchy and topsy-turvy of France spread all over the Europe and remained approximately for 15 years. In the Versailles city of the France on 15th May 1989 further held a huge revolutionary meeting of the common people. In this revolutionary meeting of National Assembly, so many principles were formulated and laid down related to establishment of social organization and ensuring human rights. On dated 26 August 1989, the National Assembly of France approved a historical declaration as Declaration of the Right of Man and of the Citizen, and later on implemented this very strongly and perfectly, abolished the system of theocratic states. In this declaration, the concept of all divine rights of king on the subject was rejected, and another historical declaration also enacted as men are born and remain free and equal in rights. In France also, in the year 1884, establishment of universal male suffrage, that means right to vote to the men, was a very important milestone in the history of democracy. We should also have to know that in the system of imperialism, monarchy, dictatorship, religion and the religious values were very, very important and governing factors. Formation of religion and determination of religious, philosophical, social value system were done by the theocrats class, royal theocrats. The king itself and the subjects are bound to obey and accept them. In the meantime, a situation came into existence where there are royal priests, worshippers, ritualists, formulated, created, evolved religious, philosophical, social values, principles, customs, rituals, rites, ceremonies, etc. All in all, these were called as culture. For implementation, obey and performance them for the subject, more and more priests started to mount extra pressure upon the king. In the guise of all these activities, atrocities, injustice, exploitation, partiality, enmity developed at a very high level in the society. On the basis of religion and religio-culture considerations, invasion, mass murder, home war, and war become the regular phenomena. In the history of human civilization, we find that of the incidences of unnatural death, human being occurred maximally. Then for this, the reason were of religion and the religious values. And in history, the world, whatever the revolution were occurred, the reason were theocracy and excessive theocracy. The era of French Revolution, called by the intellectual as era of enlightenment of 17th and 18th century. That means common men themselves refused to accept the doctrine of the subject and the king, and refused to accept every order, direction of the king without any consideration, and then by applying their own mind and logic pave the way of enlightenment and liberation for themselves. People develops way and means to liberate themselves from the jaws of king and royal theocrats. So many principles of modern democracy were evolved in this era of enlightenment. The great philosophers and revolutionary intellectuals developed and defined so many definitions related to mandatory elements of democracy. For example, fundamental rights, determination of human rights, religious freedom and liberty from their bondages, separation of the church from the state, etc. Conclusively, we can say that development and manifestation of democracy, public representation, could be established after a long, terrible battles against all types of the system of governance administration of those days, known as imperialism, aristocracy, oligarchy, theocracy, dictatorship, military dictatorship, totalitarianism, etc., etc., prevailing in those days. There was a great opposition and refusal to orthodoxies, dogmatism, and conservatism, and supremacy of religion, etc. In this context, the very famous maxim of Karl Marx is as religion is such a pill of opium that once a man swallows it, then its toxic effect remains for all the life, influences tremendously. A mentionable fact is that all the great philosophers, scientists, revolutionaries, and eminent public leaders were all anti-religious and atheists. In the same era of enlightenment, there were so many revolutionary and era-ending inventions, discoveries took place. So many new principles, concepts, philosophies were developed, manifested, and evolved. The concept of principle of democracy, public representation, coexistence, brotherhood, liberty, equality, justice, human rights, fraternity, etc. introduced in the society and implemented very effectively. This fact is also mentionable that nowadays what we see this human civilization standing on an apex of multi-dimensional development. For this mostly credit goes to scientific temperament, logistic thinking, rationalistic thinking only. The human being conquered against theocracy, barbarian dictatorship, imperialism, aristocracy, colonialism, theomania, superstitions, ritualism, and other anti-human things, etc., only because of adopting scientific temperament and logistic and rationalistic thinking. Dear friends, with this we conclude our this part 1 of the history of the democracy. Thanks for being with us. We request that if you think that our ideas are basically original and thought-provoking, then we request you to that please kindly subscribe, like and share our this channel. Thanks again for being with us.